What's up, YouTube? My name is Bedivere. Welcome to another episode of Zero to Hero. In today's episode, we are going to be diving back into our Factorio playthrough. I got a great episode planned for you guys. We are expanding our iron mining production, something that was very desperately needed as our iron plate production and our steel plate production were completely not good. As always, if you enjoy the content, be sure to smash that like button, click the subscribe button as well as if you haven't, as well as the little notification bell down there at the bottom. If you want a little bit more one-on-one content, or if you have any questions about this playthrough or any other strategy game that I might play, I do stream every Thursday and Sunday afternoon over at twitch.tv/Bedivere. You can find all the links to all my socials, including Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all in the description down below. All right. Let's dive back into this playthrough. So I played a little bit offline, was able to amass about 50 construction bots. I made some power armor, and that's charging right now with some portable solar panels, just to give us a little bit of help when upgrading everything. I'm also researching worker robot speed. That'll help speed up the process when we are upgrading or placing down mines, as well as upgrading basically anything else. I'm going to take out my electric mining drills here, as well as take out some more out in the chest. And then we are going to need a bunch of underground belts. So right now we got 80. Let's add another 150, and then a bunch of the red belts. Let me see. I can get rid of that. I think I need to add another battery here. How are we looking there? Maybe another battery, and then one more. Let's make one more of these, which we need 5 steel plate and 1 solar panel. So there we go, 5 steel plate, and then we need copper to help with that. So let's go ahead, put that back in there, copper, and then should have been able to. Oh, I need iron plate, as well as the steel plate. Let's go ahead, discard that. Take some iron. Wow, our iron is awful. Just downright awful. Go ahead, recycle some of this stuff. Perfect. Oh, I guess we can take some of this stuff back. No. Let's deactivate our robots. You can click this to activate and deactivate your robots as you see fit, because sometimes stuff like this happens and you don't want your robots to work, because then they need to come back to you and follow you around. All right. Oh my God, our iron is so bad. Let's take just a little chunk here. Oh, the red. There we go. All right. Then we can put all this unneeded stuff back. And actually, I want to go get some more red belts. We're going to need a ton of red belts. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to plan on tapping this entire iron field, merging it with this field as well as this field to hopefully get 8 full red belts, or as close as we can to it, and then upgrade all of these miners or smelting columns to red belts and steel furnaces instead of the stone ones. So let's go ahead and let's get this out of our system. Open this up. Add this in there. How's our charge looking? That's charging a little bit. That's charging a little bit. Oh yeah, we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot. Okay, so we turned off our personal roboport. What we can do is we can go to blueprint, grab a little mining blueprint, and then start placing this down. Place that there, there, Let's go up a little bit. Where everything is blue. Like right here. Perfect. And then what I can do, so I can take this entire thing and then copy it. What's wrong? What's wrong there? Okay, that's just a tree. There we go. We will have almost an entire field of miners ready to go. Well, didn't want to go down. Boom. Boom. Okay, and then we can go through at the very tail end, kind of delete any unnecessary stuff that we might not need. There we go. Let's add one more miner here. There we go. All right. This part, we don't need a power pole there. This can be deleted. Deleted. Boom. That can be deleted. That part can be deleted. And that part can be deleted. Perfect. So how many lanes we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We got some consolidating to do. All of this is how many? 75. We need 60 miners to complete one full red belt. This is 41. How much is this? 34. 43. I mean, then you get to the big boys. How much is that? 50. Okay, so just shy of 1. So that can be considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much is that? 75. How much is this? 43. How much is this? 34. So what I can do is actually split this one off into 2. Have a branch going in there and a branch coming in here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'll do split and then branch. This will be one of our final ones. Then I'll have a merge. Whoops. A merge here. And then this line would go into here. And I'll balance it. I mean, you don't have to. I'll balance a subline just so that it gets added equally. So then half of that line will go into here, and then half of that line would go into here. Let's move out of the way. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Delete that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this final one will be 8. There we go, 8. So that'll be 8 red lines going in. They won't be full, but it'll be 8 red lines. And they'll be damn near full. And then we'll supplement. We'll supplement going with the rest. All right. Now is probably a good time to release our bots. There we go. So that's going to do a lot of the work for us, and we can definitely help it by placing the easy stuff as we kind of run across and just place down miners, let them pick up, and we'll just place down miners. Perfect. And this is just once we get a lot more robots and a lot quicker robot movement speed, this will go like infinitely quicker. Maybe not actually infinitely, but it'll go a bunch quicker. Let's actually turn off our robots just to let them come back and recharge, and then we'll just go up and down and place our miners, and then they can place the harder stuff, quote unquote harder stuff to place, which is the belts and the stuff that takes a lot of clicks, a lot of repetition. This chunk right here is fairly easy. So what I'll do is I'll skip ahead until we are fully done placing everything down, and then we will go ahead and add our belts. All right, and then as we finish up here, if you see this, if I click on the deconstruction planner, if you see this little green sphere of influence, this is the range that our robots have, and the more roboports you have on you, the greater this range becomes. So we are just finishing up all of this just now, and what I'm gonna do is, since all of this line is on one side, I'm just gonna add a little bit. There we go. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our middle point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our blueprint, go to our balancers, take my 8-lane balancer, and I'll line that up in the middle here. Let the robots construct that. Thank you, robots. And then just insert each lane into the balancer. That way it takes evenly and distributes all 8 lanes evenly as well. There we go. Whoops. Now just 3 more lanes. All right, so now we have 8 lanes balanced. Oh, and I don't have some underground belts. Let me go get some underground belts real quick. All right, so I got the red underground belts. Let's go ahead, add that to our blueprint. Now we have 8 even lanes. Now let's see, we're gonna turn this. Am I gonna have enough room? Let's go ahead, copy down 8 lanes of space. And let's make sure that we actually have enough room to bring this down. We'll shift right click and let's turn off our bots so that they don't leave us. And then drag this all the way down. This might be just enough. Oh, perfect. Let's actually do something like that. Okay, that's fine. Probably just take this and just keep going out. Perfect. All right, let's turn on our bots just for the very beginning there. What we'll do is we'll turn our bots off after they do this turn, just so that they can leave room to charge up a tad. Actually, and I'm gonna delete this thing because I want the whole line to just go down at once. I think that would look really cool. Let's go ahead and stop our bots. You can go in our car. Let's go on the belts here. And then just manually paint all of the belts because this is actually faster than the beginning parts of using bots. And just go back and forth in long strokes. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this entire pathway all the way down. I'm gonna merge it with this line. Try to go in between here, and then bring that all the way down here. Yeah. All right, I'll skip ahead to the point where we merge here, and then after that we'll skip to where we can merge here. But right now we're just laying laying all the belts. So that's a little tedious, so I'll just skip ahead. Okay, we needed to grab a little bit more yellow belts. I temporarily disabled this iron train station just so that we can get a little bit more iron making the belts here. So I disabled that just for the time being. I brought down this belt right here, and then what we're gonna need to do is this is not producing nearly enough iron ore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this green button right here and select upgrade planner. Now I'm going to turn off my robots. An upgrade planner, if you go ahead and select it, this used to be a mod and the devs put this into the vanilla game, which is absolutely wonderful. So if you see in the bottom right hand corner of the box, you see that the 14 belts will turn into 14 red belts, 6 yellow splitters will turn into red yellow splitters, and the 4 yellow underground belts will turn into 4 red underground belts. So it goes ahead and actually it automatically upgrades everything to the next tier. You'll see it'll do it with inserters as well as assemblers up there. Now, if you want to manually change this, what you need to do is press E, put this upgrade planner into your inventory, right click, and then you can go ahead and choose what you want your upgrade planner to actually upgrade. So if we want to just upgrade every yellow type of belt to red and not change anything else, we can click that upgrade planner in our inventory, go back up here, and now you see it won't change the inserters or the factories. It'll just change what you've manually selected. Now I like to bring this upgrade planner into my hotbar. That way I can just select it from down there. And that's easy to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna upgrade this merger into red belts and then turn on our robots. Now that's all red belts, all being upgraded. Perfect. Now the downside is this is not nearly enough. Let me look at how many miners we are running. We're running 63 miners, so it's barely enough to run a red belt. So what I'm going to do is actually delete 3 of the belts here and then only use this belt of red. So that's a full red belt, right? Now what we can do is we can go ahead and start deleting these. Now obviously this will back up a tad, but it's fine. It's not a huge deal. Now we're gonna drive our car down as we delete all this stuff. And then let's go ahead, delete one more big chunk. And then we will copy down the size of this 8-lane red belt highway. And let's plan out how we want it to look. Probably go straight down the middle like so, is my guess, right? But now, I mean, we got 1 full red belt feeding into 8 quote unquote full red belts. So now we got 9. We don't necessarily need 9. So what we can do is we can actually branch this off. And then when we bring all the belts together, let me just do this corner real quick. Boom. 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 And then what we can do is we can add a merger. I'm going to add it one more down so I can explain it without it actually going through. We can input our priority from the right. That way it'll prioritize this input. But then if this is a full red belt, it'll draw this back. So we actually want to copy and paste this entire thing down here. Oh, and we just ran out. Let me go and add one more. All right, so I went ahead and added another splitter. There we go. And let's shift right click, shift left click all the way. So that way so this input will prioritize this input first and then go in and merge. But then it'll back up this input. So we're gonna want to prioritize that getting out, then prioritize this belt getting out, then this belt, then this belt. And since theoretically, if these are all full red belts, this last red belt wouldn't move, right? It wouldn't move at all. But since we're not doing full, quote unquote, completely full red belts, this rightmost lane will feed in and fill in the gaps going from right to left. So right now, this is going to be a quote unquote, let's say this is like 80% of a full lane. This is right now, this is going to be a full red lane. It'll feed into one lane, and then that remainder will help fill this lane out. Then that remainder will help fill this lane out, help fill the next lane, and then help fill the next lane. And then we might have a little bit, a little bit of a runoff, a little bit of a backup on the last one. But I mean, if we look at our miners, these, how many do we have in our last belt? We only have 50, and they're going to run out fairly soon. So this isn't going to be that strong of a belt regardless. So it's okay if we get a little bit of runoff and filtering through this way. All right. So that's how we are going to run it. Let me just double check that we got 8 across. Yes, we do. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place our car back here and then just do the same thing as last time and just paint all the belts. Let's go to the map view and actually delete all of these belts up here, because that's faster, and we can just go, we can use our WASD keys to manually delete those. Or actually, no. Let's not delete that. Let's Control Z, and let's upgrade them instead. Because instead of like deconstructing and then reconstructing, we want to upgrade it, and that's only one trip for the bots to take. So that's what we're going to do instead. So then we only need to fill in, theoretically, this right lane while the bots do everything else. We might need to walk backwards in order for them to catch up with what we're actually trying to do. Come on, someone take this one. Thank you. Might actually need to walk beside it, because then it'll work a little bit slower. All right. Come on. There we go. And this belt is all going to turn. This one's going to turn. There we go. And we are going to have to fix this. Let's go ahead, stop the bots. I want to stop this production real quick, because what I want to do is I want to bring these guys down. These guys down here. I want to upgrade this to a red belt. Let's go ahead, delete this belt while we're here. Delete it all the way down. Oh wow, and these bots are struggling. We'll turn this way. Upgrade that to a red belt as well. And then I'm probably gonna have to bring that red belt over and then merge it in. Which I mean is fine. It's not a huge deal. Because then I'll have the inputs coming in this way rather than this way. And I'll go ahead and delete this balancer right here. So go ahead, delete all that. Delete all that. Delete all that. Delete all that. Because this isn't going to work the same way. Actually, I don't need to delete those. I just need to delete this part. Because these far ones are still going to come down like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I can actually delete the bottom one. Right? delete the bottom one till here, delete the other one till here, and then that's fine. All right, so that should be good to go. Let's bring this red belt all the way back. Boom. And then at this point, it's okay if we just merge it. It's not a huge deal. Let's turn our robots back on. And hopefully they upgrade this first, because we can manually deconstruct things. And they will choose to go for the furthest thing first. So sometimes if you want to prioritize something being done, you bring it to the outskirts of your bubble, and then you go back in. Let's go ahead and mark that for deletion. That, as well as that. Then we'll start working from here down. We'll add that line, this line down, and then this is where we have to upgrade our undergrounds. This line down. All right, so we went ahead and upgraded all the belts, so now they're all coming in this way. And now let's actually input priority to the left just to empty out this mining field first. And then let's go ahead and connect the edge of our mining field down here. And then we'll watch all the ore just go at the same exact time. Oh, crap. Dang it. That was not as elegant as I thought. It'll still look nice. So now all of this is coming all at once into the mining fields. All right. Let's go to our main base. We're going to pick up some more red belts because now we're going to upgrade our smelters. And our smelters are going to be turning into these guys. Got 500 of these. Ooh. Oh, I need to empty out my yellow transport belts now. Let's take off this. Do all of that. Boom. Boom. Whoops. And then same thing with these. Awesome. We get some more red belts, and man, I mean, we don't have much red belts, but this is helping, adding all this stuff. We're gonna need some more red undergrounds. Let's add 50. Should be enough. And then, oh, more of the smelters, and that should be good. Our belts, or not our belts, but our bots don't have that much power, to be honest. But we should be getting more iron plate now that we are just getting, you know, full. Oh, what's going on with this? Why is this slow? There's got to be yellow belts somewhere along this line. Oh, it's these yellow belts are slowing it down. That's why. Okay. Whoops. Let's turn on our bots. Prepare ourselves. Okay. Now, remember when we said we could select what we want to upgrade? Well, now we want to turn all of the stone furnaces into steel furnaces. And then we are going to upgrade everything. Besides, no, not besides. We'll upgrade everything. Let's go ahead, go to our map view. Include all of this. We won't do our copper just yet. And then go all the way down. Like so. So now our robots are gonna go out and do just that. So we're gonna use our steel furnaces, or maybe the red belts. Yeah, we'll help with the red belts. Go up and down, because I think steel is lacking the most. So now we got red belts going up and down. Perfect. And then we'll do the steel furnace. Perfect. That's almost a full column upgraded to red. All right, so I'm gonna skip ahead. Right now, this is what a full column of steel, of red belted steel, and you can see the capacity is already almost doubling, which is really good. All right, I'll skip ahead. I'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like we just fixed our iron problem, but now we got a copper problem. But yeah, everything here is upgraded, all the red belts and steel smelters, and it is pumping out iron now. And I also marked, you know, some of these belts to be replaced by red belts, just to kind of help with that throughput. What's going on with our copper? Did I just connect it? Ah, yeah, that's it. That's all I did. Let's go ahead and add a long power pole here. Boom. Oh, and then I should probably get some of these miners. There you go. Helps a little bit. All right. That is it for that. What else are we going to need? Our next step, I think that takes care of our steel as well as our iron, and that steel is making it all the way down. So now we got a nice little backup of the robotic, you know, flying units. So now we got some bots going. Bots are fantastic, good to go. What are we missing here? I don't think we are missing anything. I think everything's being made. We just need the other ingredients for the yellow signs. So we can actually go ahead and end this video today. Then in the next video, I think in order to do yellow signs, we're going to need a lot of the low density structures. And in order to get a lot of low density structures, we are going to need much more copper. So I think we're going to need to belt in now, or not belt in, but probably train in one of these copper nodes. And let's look at our pollution. Ooh, pollution it's getting there. So maybe in the next episode, we'll also do some biter or land grab and destroy some of these biter bases before we set up a mining outpost, and then maybe set up some walls. But we do 100% need to set up a copper mining outpost in order to train that in order to build up some of that low density structured for the yellow signs. But that is going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button, as well as the subscribe button if you haven't, as well as the little notification bell to be notified when new content comes up. If you want a little bit more one-on-one interaction with me, you can go ahead and comment your comment down in the comments down below. I will be sure to comment right back to you. Or if you want something a little bit more live, I do stream every Thursday and Sunday afternoon over at twitch.tv/Bedivere. All the links to all my socials, including Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, in the description down below. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for me. Stay safe. I'll see you next time. Peace.